You've been injured by a drunk driver, and now you're wondering, what's the next thing I should do? The state is bringing a criminal action against this person, and they may want you to testify in that. And the other thing that you need to know is, just because the state is bringing a criminal action doesn't mean that you can't bring a civil action. Hi, I'm Erin Field. I'm a Connecticut personal injury lawyer with a statewide practice in Connecticut. Some people think that if they're injured by somebody who's drunk, that because the person's being prosecuted in criminal court, that maybe they aren't supposed to bring a civil claim. And that is not the truth. If you're injured by a drunk driver, you definitely can bring a claim against that person. And in fact, the insurance company is likely to penalize them in some way for acting irresponsibly with driving and consuming alcohol beforehand. One thing that's important for you to know is that the driver does not have to be over the legal limit of 0.08 in order to be held liable for your civil injury. They also don't have to be over the point of 0.08 in their blood alcohol level to be held liable in the criminal court. So here's how this works. There's a guy who stops at his friend's house to have a beer after work. No problem. He's a grown man. He leaves the friend's house, and as he's pulling out of the driveway, he's not 100% sure. He just looks one way, looks the other way, and he pulls out. And he pulls out, there's a kid racing his bicycle down the street, and he crashes into the side of the guy's truck, and he has a head injury. He falls on the ground, and he's injured. Okay, the ambulance is going to show up. The police are going to show up. And when he speaks to the police, they're going to say, "Sir, you've been drinking, haven't you?" And if he tries to say no, then they can just knock on the door of his friends and say, "Yeah, you gave him a beer, didn't you?" Okay, so this is what the cops will do when they show up at the scene. So not only will the guy be held civilly liable to the boy for his injuries and any other costs that the claims adjuster thinks is appropriate, if the case went to trial in a civil court, the man may be further penalized because you can get punitive damages if the person's behavior who caused the injury is bad enough in the eyes of the judge or the jury. Just keep in mind that even if the guy isn't drunk, he can still be charged, and he's still going to be charged in the criminal court, probably with assault with a motor vehicle, which is a felony and carries up to 5 years in jail. So why am I telling you this? It's in case if you have a situation where you or someone you know has been hit by a drunk driver and they think, well, there's a criminal case going on, I don't think I can do anything. That's not correct. Give me a call. I'll speak to you about it, and I can give you some information that can help you on your way. Thank you. I'm Erin Field.